Hey everyone, back again with another video to help you out. This time I'm showing you the location of the transfer case control relay in this 2003 Ford F150. This is in a junkyard being bought by a customer who needs it. Chances are their vehicle doesn't stay in four-wheel drive, whichever mode they want it in, or it keeps kicking out, or goes into a different mode without input. So in any case, in order to remove this module, you'll need some just basic tools: 7mm socket on a ratchet, or I have it on a nut driver, flathead screwdriver, quarter drive ratchet, and a flathead screwdriver, and I have a light as well. The location of this is behind the dash. Now, in the mode that I took it out, you'll need to take the cluster out. So here's what I've got going on. Again, I'm in the junkyard. I took the cluster out, but I also had to take all this stuff out to get the cluster out. So over here I've got all the pieces that I removed. Here's the cluster. You'll be careful underneath here on your selector switch. There is a 7/32 bolt that attaches the cable that runs off the bottom of this to the bottom of the steering column. And you'll need to remove that and unhook the cable in order to maintain your selector indicator here. But there's a 7mm right here on the bottom of this portion of the knee bolster. I removed the one over here as well. And then all the ones that hold the upper portion on, you'll have to remove your headlight switch. It's just held in with those pins. You'll have to remove that in order to remove the 7mm that's hiding behind it. You'll have a couple 7mm here, another one here, another one there, and then the three up top. I used the 7mm ratchet wrench, or the ratchet, in order to get to this one because I didn't have clearance with the nut driver. So that wouldn't fit underneath there, so I had to use the ratchet. And then I pulled this portion up out of there. I did that before I started anything, so I should have started with that, but this is held in with clips. Careful not to break it. You may need to move the shifter down into a lower gear in order to pull that out of there. But then once all that stuff's moved out of the way, and you get this cluster out, the cluster has 4 7mm bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unplug these 2 wire clips instead of cutting them off like I did. Press on that little tab there, press on that tab there, and pull those out. Set that aside. Then you'll be able to access this 4-wheel drive module. And the 4-wheel drive module sits back up here to the right. So when you're looking at the hole where the cluster was, you can't see it. It's off here to the right, almost behind the radio, but if you go through the radio hole, you won't have access to it. So it sits right up here on top of this little shelf in this little groove right there. So you'll have to just wiggle it back and forth until you get this released off the bottom here. Actually, there's a little tab here you should be able to press on from inside in order to slide it out of that groove in order to get it out. And then you'll have one plug to remove. Just press on this little tab in the center to remove that from the relay, and then the relay is out, so you can change this. I don't know what kind of process there is to putting another one in. I don't know if the numbers match up, if you can just swap one in that has the same numbers and you should be fine. I don't know if there's any kind of relearn or anything like that. But if this helped you out in finding the module and getting it replaced, then drop a like down below. If you have any questions, leave those down below too. I'm always trying to help people if they can, if they need any extra, and trying to save you some money. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.